Hello everyone, welcome to International Day of Calm. My name is Kübra Ozguvenc and I would like to start by sharing my presentation. Yeah. All right, here we are. Okay, first of all, welcome to today's session, Rise and Shine. It is important for us to understand why staying calm is important for us and how we can rise and shine in our lives. So before we start, I would like to maintain with the calmness to get this state immediately. I will ask you to sit down in a relaxed position and put your backbone straight, please. Close your eyes. And inhale and exhale with this sound. Inhale and exhale. This will help you to regulate the stress and you can stay calm whenever you need. Please just do that a couple of times and voila, you are ready. Okay, shall we continue? I would like to first introduce myself, who I am. And my name is Kübra Ozguvenc, as I mentioned in the beginning. I am a spiritual teacher, healer, and speaker. I help women align with their soul's purpose and boost their confidence to live up to their highest potential, so they can rise and shine. Well, let's change the slide. And what are you going to learn in this session? Well, first of all, setting healthy boundaries and feeling worthy assures and validates that we are safe and sound. And that's the key to calmness and peace and many other things that we're gonna talk in the next 30 to 40 minutes. Today, you will see that you are much more bigger than you can imagine. And if you are ready, shall we dive in? Worldwide, we are surrounded by wars, famines, scarcities, and other troubles that destroys our peaceful state. But is it for real? I mean, the peace destroyers are really those other things or people? If not, how can we make it work and show off our demons to get back to our original state? So, I want to start with a question. In many religions and philosophies, there is this thing, the mass prayers or meditations, and it is to create powerful energy. Have you ever wondered why? So I will give you guys a couple of seconds to think about that, because for some of you, you already asked that question to yourself before, but some of you, it is the first time you are asking, and I would like to create some sparks. So, all right. Okay, when you pray, you do it with gratitude and love. Those are two powerful high vibrational emotions. And this is why in the experiments of mass meditation, Maharishi Effect, we see that criminal cases of density decrease. That's a great thing. But if we approach from the opposite direction, creating negative emotions, like watching the news all the time, seeing the negative events, negative things, will take your attention to that negative vibrational energy, to that emotion. And when there are thousands or millions or billions of people watching the same news and seeing that stressful or tragic things every single day, can do the opposite, can create a reverse Maharishi effect. So focusing on scarcity or wars or famine or, any kind of things, those criminal things, will create a negative energy. So in this negativity, it's not possible for us to stay calm because it shakes our balance. We need to build a balance between mind, body, and soul, yet focusing on all those negativities. And also, we have lives, we have our own problems as well. So fighting in every part of our lives is creating a negativity. We are powerful beings, and our inner energy creates the reality we are living in. So if there are wars, if there are famines, scarcities, lack of something, lack of love, lack of relationships, lack of money, it is us who is creating it. It is our inner energy. So why wouldn't the world be a reflection of the collective's energy? Well, of course it is. So that means many people have that inner chaos within because of the reasons we mentioned earlier, and they are far from a peaceful state, basically. The chaos feeds chaos. But the good news is we have the power to change it simply by changing ourselves, our inner energy, and we can succeed just by staying calm and focusing to the good. It doesn't mean hide yourself and ignore all the facts going on right now all around the world or in your life. But remember, you are not a victim. You are so much powerful than you can imagine. So working on yourself, staying calm, happy, focused will help you to change your life first. But also you can consider it as a collective duty. And I would like to thank all of you one by one, just by being here and supporting yourself, because it's the perfect moment for your personal journey. And it matters not just for yourself, but also for the collective. And we need it so bad right now, maybe more than ever. So please give yourself a hug. Hug yourself and feel gratitude for your effort and contribution for the peace and love. I honor your soul, and well, it's time to start for us. So let's go to the next slide. Okay, well, here you see that machine. Well, if you don't know, I'm a coach, but also I'm a chemist. I used to work as a chemist in for a couple of years in the past, and my passion with the science started in my childhood. So when I try to explain things, I will try to combine spiritual and scientific languages, which is much more helpful, because when we use science and spirituality, they collaborate in a way and you get higher and more beneficial results when you do it that way. So that's the machine. Consider it as a human being, yourself or someone else, and just name it. I will call it Kübra, as it's my name. Of course, we're not actual machines and we are soulful and purposeful beings. Yet, it is simple to share it that way. Our emotions are our golden compass and they lead us to our life purpose. So, the importance of International Day of Calm has more significant results than we can think of in our life. It will. I promise it will. Because as this machine, we receive inputs every single moment that we're awake. So we receive data through social media, through communication between like people around us, and also, we receive emotional inputs just by when I'm sitting at my home on the couch without watching TV or looking at my phone, just by sitting like that, help me to think of the, things that makes me uncomfortable or comfortable, whatever. But those are the data, the inputs that we put into our machine, okay? And also we have an output. So we process data and we receive an outcome, okay? But the thing is, this machine has a capacity. So if you receive 10 units of data per day, and if you can just process 7 units of it as an output, there will be 3 units of data will be stuck in the machine. And this is where we start getting stressful, lose our calm state, and where we have the foggy brain or pain in our body, our necks, many different health problems are related with that actually. We will come to that point later. But if there is this, 3 units of data stuck in, it means that we need to increase the capacity of the machine. We need to do something. Because otherwise, every day there will 3 units of data remaining. It will be remaining in the machine and it will create a stress. And what happens when a machine with too much stress than it can handle is it explodes, just like having a foggy brain or health problems. So we will focus a point, how can we increase that capacity of the machine? First of all, as I said earlier, your emotions are your golden compass and they lead you to your life purpose, to your best potential. So we will be using help of the emotions, but let's sleep on it. We will come back there later. And here. I think there is a problem with my slide right now, but it will be all right in a couple of seconds. Yes. Okay. As you see, there are 5 different types of brainwaves. Basically, our brains are quite specific and interesting, and it works in a mysterious way. So we still don't know many things about it, but there is something that we know. Those brain waves are directly related with our sleep, with our health, and with many other things, with our, focus or attention, or if we can relax or not. When we are focusing on something, we're at gamma brainwave level, and it is a high frequency, and it is not a frequency that we can stay for so long. So after that, we have the beta level, and in this level, we are in an alert position. We feel like there is a survival situation. We know that there is a survival situation and we gotta run. We gotta save ourselves. Yet the thing is, in the past, our ancestors, when they were living in the woods, they were okay. There weren't many stressful things, yet there were the lions or other wild animals. So there's always a risk to get killed by some animals or something. So if a lion is chasing a human, this human shut down, because at the beta brainwave level, this is what we do. We shut down all the unnecessary systems, but we only keep active the systems that will help us stay alive, okay? So normally our body have the ability to heal itself, okay? But when you are running, you don't need it, because you just need to see and hide, So you need to see somewhere to hide. You need to find a solution, but you don't need to heal if there is a scar on your hand. And even think about the fights. There are people who are fighting and they don't even notice that they're bleeding, or if there is a knife in the leg, they don't notice it until the survival risk ends. So when the fight overs, they notice that they're bleeding, their teeth is broken, or they have a knife in the leg, right? Because at that moment, when the survival risk ends, the brainwave level decrease from beta to alpha. And in alpha, we can again experience this, self-healing state. So physically and mentally, we are relaxing at that time, all right? And if we practice meditation regularly, or, I don't know, for each person it could be different, but this is why I think since I started energy healing, my body is getting stronger and stronger. I feel I get sick less and less when I compare the times before I was not doing energy healing or meditation, because when you're all the time in beta, when you're all the time in beta, you are all the time in the survival mode. And, we talk about our ancestors and who were chased by lions. And today, as a modern humanity, we also created new types of lions. So I call them placebo lions. And when you say, I need to pay those bills, I need to take my kid from school, I have to finish this report until tomorrow, or I must do that, all kind of sentences like that, must, should, have to, or things like that, they are our placebo lions, guys. So in the past, our ancestors were chasing by lions maybe once a month or once a week, or maybe per day. They were having, small attractions. But today we have it all the time. So we don't heal the body, but we use the stalks. This is why many people get sick when they go to holiday, when they retired. I know plenty of people, including my dad. Just after he gave his letter to get retired, he faints and someone took him to hospital. Since then, he has hypertension and some other problems with his blood and in general. So for years, without resting, working, creates that stay at beta level longer than it's supposed to be. So the moment that you relax, your body starts giving alerts. So they are not bad if your body is getting sick. It is there to tell you, okay, Kübra, in your emotional layer, or other layers of the aura. There is a problem. You gotta solve this. And what is that problem? Whenever you're experiencing an emotional disturbance, if there is an unpleasant emotion shows up, it is there to tell you, okay, Kübra, you are feeling unworthy. If you feel not enough, if you're angry, if you're experiencing emotions such as shame, guilt, anger, or jealousy, or grieving, those are the masks of your unworthiness wounds. And the only way to notice that wounds and transmute them is first coming through to understanding these brainwave levels and doing the exercises that I'm going to share with you, okay? And in the alpha state, we learn how to relax, and the more we meditate, the lower alpha state we go. And after a while, we experience the theta level. In the theta level, I'm sure all of you experience that at least once at a time. This is the feeling, during a meditation, or maybe a gong bath or energy healing session, or maybe just you were having a nap during the day. And have you ever felt like, I only slept for 3 minutes, but I felt like 2-3 hours? Or during the meditations, most of my clients are telling me that I was here, but I wasn't here at the same time. It was a great feeling. This is what they explain their energy healing experiences, because they are not struggling in their minds at that time. Okay? And the more you meditate, the easier you drop your brainwaves to theta. And there is another way that you can do, actually, shamanic drummings and rhythmic sounds help you to decrease your brainwaves faster than usual. And it is good because, if you have problem falling asleep, or if you wake up in the middle of your sleep, if you keep listening to shamanic drum regularly, then you will have a chance to get rid of it. Because our brainwaves are also like our muscles. If we want to run a marathon, we just need to train our muscles. And just like that, we just need to train our brainwaves for focusing, for relaxing, for, feeling that tension. That's okay to feel tension. We don't want to feel relaxed all the time. Being in beta level help us to stay alive. So it's something good. Okay. And delta, they're the opposite of beta. You can think that way. The delta level is something that we cut off all the communication with the outer world, and we just focus on our bodily integrity to heal it in a faster way. Actually, this is why some doctors put their patients to coma in purpose, so they can recover from their illness in a faster way. Okay. Now, how can we do that? How can we increase that capacity of the machine? First of all, you can use meditation, daily meditation practices. There is a recording on my podcast channel, the Shift Your Reality podcast. You can use that podcast, or any, on YouTube, you can do a research and find a video or voice record of a drumming, and then this sound will help you to reduce these brainwaves. This is important for us because when we like to increase the capacity of the machine, what we're supposed to do is stopping the chaos in our mind and heart. And for doing that, we need to have a good sleep cycle, first of all, okay? It's important for us. So if you're not sleeping good enough, you're inviting all the, side effects into your life. So be aware about your sleep cycle, which one is good for you, because 8 hours is a myth, actually. It could be 6 hours, it could be 4 hours, 9 hours. It's your body, it's as special as you are. So just try to understand what your body tells to you. Normally, when we are sleeping, we actually organize our thoughts. I don't know if you know it, but there is an effect called the Garnic Effect, and you should read it in details. But I will give the summary of the effect. If you keep everything in mind, and if you don't finish them all, it means that you are keeping your mind busy all the time, and it decreases your yield, basically, your capacity. Then this is why we do the to-do list and put a check when we finish one of them. So you can create a to-do list, secondly, and finish them one by one. Not to try doing everything at one time is a great thing. So multitasking is overrated, exaggerated. It's not something good, actually. It consumes your time. So focus one thing, finish it, and then continue to the next. Well, this is the second tip that you can do to increase your capacity. And the other thing, when we are sleeping, we actually organize our thoughts and inputs during the night, during our sleep. If we don't have this good sleep cycle, this is where we also get the effect. And for that, as I mentioned earlier, you can meditate regularly, and you can listen to these shamanic drummings or some other rhythmic sounds, however you like. But there is also one other thing, which is meditating. Because during the meditation, we also organize our thoughts and inputs. So if the sleep is not enough, if you have too much input, too many inputs, then you need to add something into your daily, routine, like a meditation or drumming. And during the meditation, I want you to stop yourself from trying to stop yourself thinking anything. So, okay, I will say it in a simple way. It was confusing even for me. So meditation is not something that we're supposed to stop thinking or we're supposed to stop everything. Meditation has various different ways. So if you cannot stay calm, if you always feel like you have to run, you have to catch something, or if you feel like you are chased by something like a lion, if you can't get calm, it means that there are too much thoughts or inputs to put the drawers. So the sleep is not enough, obviously, if you're in this state right now. Then you can do meditations to think of your day, a month ago, your 5 years ago, your childhood, doesn't matter. And you can do that by your own way. Just you can sit or lay down, close your eyes, play that drumming records, and just think about your day. And don't try to manage your thoughts. Let them flow as the way they come. Because they are there. They want to be sorted out by you. And when you stop yourself during a meditation about thinking, when you try to do that, you cannot do it. But if you force yourself, you are just, killing your meditation. So allow yourself to try your thoughts, your emotions. Maybe there is not even a problem in your life, but you might feel not okay. That's okay. That's normal. And the good thing is, as we are now speaking about emotions, if you are struggling right now, if you feel like your life is a mess, and if you feel alone or hopeless, okay, that's great. I know you don't like that, but that's great, because it means that there is a hidden gem within you, and it is waiting to be discovered. I can see that in my clients. This is why and where I help them out. Because all those struggles, just pointing out where we have unworthiness wound. And what is an unworthiness wound? Is basically the life we are living in is designed a way that is not aligned with our nature. So as human beings, we want to be a part of the community. We want to be accepted by the community. We want to be loved. We want to be supported by others. And for doing that, in our childhood, we learn to say yes to the things that we want to say no. And we also start dreaming not things that our nature requires from us, but our society requires from us. So you need to go to college, you need to go to, study that and find a decent job, and then you need to get married, have kids. Everything is so certain for the society. As a part of it, that's normal. We dream of those things, and it could be your dream as well. That's not a big deal. But it can't be everybody's dream, guys. We are so special. We cannot dream of the same norms as the others. If you do, that's great. Then go ahead and, you will feel the joy. But if you are not dreaming the right, life, the right match, then you will see that there are people who want to become doctors, engineers, this or that, doesn't matter. They study what they want. They have jobs that they want, but they still feel something is missing in my life. Something is not working for me. It is because they believed becoming a doctor or engineer or this or that was their dream. But maybe it was their parents or grandparents or their neighbor's dream. So living someone else's dream won't make us happier, even though we have the best career, best job titles. So here we are getting the juicy part. Be aware of what your inputs are. Set healthy boundaries, reconnect your worthiness, align with your nature, and be boldly you. Okay, this is not a step-by-step thing, but it is most like a circle. But first of all, just please remember those steps, okay? Because I'm going to give you 5-step of action plan, and you will receive a freebie link that will support you through that 5 steps method. I call it Be Boldly You movement. So if you like to join that movement, you can register for the 5 days free email course. It's a challenge, and it will help you to follow those steps you're seeing on the screen right now. Okay. And well, the steps are, first of all, notice what you feel. Through all the process, all you need to do is following your emotions, because they will tell you if you're at the right place, if you're at the right time, if you are aligned with your soul. Because our compass is our emotions. So if you are living your life with joy, that's great. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what all of us supposed to do. And this is where we can remain calm. And we can transmit that energy, that calmness to others as well. And it will contribute to the collective's creation. You know, in the beginning, if you remember, we said that our life is a manifestation of our inner energy, a reflection of our inner energy. And the life in the world is a reflection of collectives, all the human beings' inner energy. We cannot control others, we cannot change things for them, but we can change things for ourselves, and we can contribute for the peace all over. This is how we can help others. And in the first step, it says, notice your emotions. Because especially before the pandemic, we were so good at, shutting down our emotions, or not paying attention was super easy because we were so busy with things, and just it was so hard for many people to focus on what they were feeling. And the feelings and emotions were flying over the head, and we were not putting them into the drawers. Even though some people meditate, if they don't follow the emotions, they still have the same problem. So meditation is not the only solution for that. You need to pay attention to what you're feeling. Okay? And this feeling is telling you where you feel unworthy. And in the second step, we learn how to accept ourselves. Because self-acceptance is something super important. As Carl Rogers says, if we don't like something about ourselves, and if we want to change it, we can't change it until we accept ourselves as we are. We all have flaws, and we don't have to be perfect. We don't. And if we can accept this, if we can be compassionate with ourselves, which is third step, it's self-compassion, then we allow ourselves to thrive. Because the researchers show that basically, if someone criticizes himself or herself or someone else, it creates a stress, and this person choose the wrong things for himself or for whatever he's doing. But when we talk about the opposite, if you can approach yourself or your colleague or your friend with compassion, then you have courage to choose the right thing. So criticism doesn't help you to develop a better, thing, whatever you're thinking about right now. It doesn't make you better. It keeps you small. So if when you manage to do that, you basically start loving yourself. And this is the only food that we can feed our souls. Everything is around, like, we want to have more money, more like better lives, everything. But if we are lack of love, nothing gives us the taste. There is a handicap about love and also self-compassion that I would like to share it with you. If you love someone, if you think you love someone, and if you say, oh, I don't love myself, but I love this or that, that's not correct. You don't love that person if you don't love yourself. And you cannot be compassionate with someone else if you are not with yourself. But you can imitate. Because in our childhood, we learn how to love someone. We learn how to be compassionate with someone. We don't need to feel that way to learn it. We can imitate. So if you saw your dad giving flowers to your mother because he loves her, then you code it. If I love someone, I give flowers to her. Or you say, if someone loves me, he gives flowers to me. No, it doesn't have to be that way. We all have different psyche, and we all have, different lives. So we build a different mindset about love, compassion, or anything else that you can think of. So if you think you don't love yourself, it's not too late. I have good news. There's a little box within you, and all the love you should discover is hiding in this box. And you're supposed to uncover that little box. When you uncover it, that love fulfills all your aura and body, and it helps you to heal yourself, heal your relationships. So when you do that, once you do that, you start feeling that people are loving you actually. Because if you feel you're not loved by the people around you, if you are seeking for love, you can seek for love, but if you feel no one is loving you, no one loves you, and no one cares about you, you are unworthy for them, whatever, it is because you need to uncover that little box. Because imagine that there's a membrane around your body, and if there is no self-love in this part between the membrane and the body, your body, this love that love vibes others send you won't reach to you, and you will feel you're not loved or cared about. And it's not true. I'm pretty sure there are many beautiful people around you loving you, even though they know or they don't know you, because you don't need to know someone to love that person, And in the last step, it's be boldly you, it's self-worth. When you reconnect your self-worth, you dare to say no or yes when you want to say yes or no. So you dare to speak for yourself. You dare to speak your truth. You dare to accept your authenticity. And this is the only way that you can unlock that highest potential. And when you reach there, you will see that, oh, actually, it's not the last point. You have a better place to go. So you'll unleash another level of potential. That's a great thing. But to dare to become your best version, you need to follow those steps. And you can do this only by keeping your calmness with you. So staying calm is the key. And because all the time when you can't remain calm, you feel like a victim. But since the beginning, what we are talking is simply telling you, you are super powerful. So you created this chaos for yourself and you survive. But it doesn't have to be that way. So you just need to quit playing the victim, victim of the universe, victim of the country, victim of the government, or whatever. But you are the one who is creating all those things. You are the one who can change it as well. And my dear friends, before I end my words here, I would like to thank you once more. And please support yourself, support your family, support your human beings all around the world. This is Kübra, and I thank you so much for being here and making it to the end.